Hello, boys and girls. This morning we are starting another math lesson on estimating sums and differences. We're going to use what we learned about rounding to help us when we're estimating today. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. We're going to do two problems together, and then I will give you a chance to try these four problems. And then we are going to go over those four problems, and then you'll have a couple to do on your own on the assignment below. So when we're estimating sums and differences, and there's a decimal, we want to round those numbers to become a whole number to make it easier for us to add or subtract those numbers. So we have 3.4 or 3 4/10. We're always going to look at the number right after the decimal. So in this case, it's the 4. And what place is that 4 in, boys and girls? That's right, it's in the 10th place. And just like when we were rounding, the number in the 10th place, if it is 5 or more, we're gonna add 1. But if it is less than 5, we're gonna keep it the same, okay? So is 4 5 or more, or is it less than 5? It's less than 5, right? So that means that our 3 is going to stay the same. And what does everything else become? A 0, right? So we're technically rounding to the ones place, but we need to look at that 4 in order to figure out what that 3 needs to become. And we just figured out that that 3 needs to stay 3. We're not going to add 1 because 4 is less than 5. So 3.4 rounds to 3. And this is just blank plus blank plus blank, and we'll find our sum because we have 3 numbers that we're adding together. Our next number is 3 98/100. We're going to look at the number in the 10th place, which is 9, and it's going to tell us what we need to do with that 3. What do we need to do with that 3? Does it stay the same, or do we add 1? We need to add 1, right? 5 or more, we add 1. And that 9 is greater than 5, so that 3 becomes a 4. And you could write that as 4.00. But remember when we talked about you can add as many zeros to the end of a number as long as it's after the decimal and it doesn't change the value, right? If I put a dollar sign in front of this, you know that's $4. I can also write $4 as just a 4. So that's what we're doing right here, okay? All right, let's round 4 25/100. We look at the 2, which is in the 10th place. Does it tell us that the 4 needs to go up 1 or stay the same? Stay the same. So we're rounding that to 4. Now, this is going to give us an estimate, which we did with whole numbers last chapter, or give us a way to get really close or find out about what this addition problem equals. So first thing we did was we rounded, right? We rounded 3 4/10 to 3, 3 98/100 to 4, and 4 25/100 to 4. So what is 3 plus 4? 7. What is 7 plus 4? 11. So our estimate, or our answer, is 11, right? That's not the exact answer to this addition problem. We estimated the answer. In this case, we added, so we estimated the sum. On this one, we're going to estimate the difference by doing the same thing, except we're going to be subtracting. I have a little note here. Remember, we have to be careful and pay attention to what symbol we have because that tells us whether we need to add or subtract. So let's start estimating. What number is in the 10th place? What number do we need to look at? The 9. The 9 is going to tell us what to do with the 7 in the ones place. What do we need to do with that 7? The 9 is 5 or more. We need to go up 1. So that 27 is going to become 28. Okay, and we're subtracting 11 75/100. What number is in the 10th place? The 7. Since we're rounding to the ones, we go next door, look at the 7. What does the 7 tell us that 1 needs to become? A 2, right? We need to add 1 because 7 is greater than 5. The number on the left of the number we rounded to stays the same. And then the 1 becomes a 2. So we are estimating 28 minus 12. What is 28 minus 12? If you're not sure, you can set it up. And you'll do 8 minus 2, 6, and 2 minus 1, 1. So we estimated that was 16. Go ahead and I'm going to let you try these 4 problems and then we'll go over it, and then you'll have 2 to do on your own afterwards, okay? So go ahead and try out these 4 problems, and there will be in the next video clip we'll go over them, okay?